Yeah, Jeff, thanks. Test, test, test. No, I'm not getting you.
Monona Community Media would like to thank the following sponsors for tonight's broadcast of Silver Eagle football: the Herald Independent and McFarland Thistle, your local source for Monona Grove sports. The Silver Eagle scoreboard is sponsored by Woolers Heating and Air Conditioning, specializing in design, engineering, and installing complete comfort systems. Woolers Heating and Air Conditioning.
Got beat by Stoughton 43-28, but they made a good game of it. They hung in there pretty tough against the Vikings, and Stoughton is picked to be amongst the leaders in the Badger South this year. Their downfall was their run defense, as they gave up several long touchdown runs. 83-yarder, a 47, a 49, and on top of that, a 52-yard touchdown pass to the Vikings. If they can avoid giving up the big plays, they might give Silver Eagles a real battle tonight.
Well, they're going to have to do a lot better against the run than they did against Stoughton, I'll tell you that. Monona ran for 199 yards last week, and we can improve on that. The downside for Portage, and I think you and I talked about this before we came on the air, David, is their numbers are a little misleading. They don't have a lot of seniors on the team, but the seniors that are playing both ways. And as the game wears on, if you've got a team like Monona who runs a no-huddle offense on the fence, you're going to get tired. And if you're playing both ways, the offensive part of that is just going to wear you out too. So, we're down, the game goes on, and we'll see if
Well, talking about individual stars for the Portage Warriors, the only returning star they had from last year's team was Nolan Paul, an all-conference wide receiver, all-second-team all-conference defensive back. He caught 41 passes last year, scored 6 touchdowns, 18.6 yards a catch. He's going to be the downfield threat. But really, they've got a lot of players with some varsity experience, but they really haven't shown like you might expect.
You know, it's been a tough go for Portage the last 4 years. They have a new coach this year, and just in time, because since 2013, Portage has had 2 wins, 34 losses, and their numbers have suffered for that. And now they have this new coach, Bob Hepp, who's been around for 20 years coaching in Wisconsin, and he's coached at 2 different programs before coming to Portage, and with quite a bit of success. Took an East Rite team that was 0-9, and 3 years later they had won the conference title at 8-1 and made the quarterfinals of the playoffs. And he's made the playoffs 11 times in his 20 years with coaching his football team. So I think he looks like a solid hire for Portage. And if anybody's going to turn the Portage program around, it'll probably be him. Portage, if you remember, Steve, back in the 90s, they were playing in the Capital Conference, and they were perennial contenders. But after they joined the Badger, it's just been nowhere but downhill. And they haven't made the playoffs since 2007. And in that year, they lost their first game of the playoffs.
And actually, they came close to making the playoffs once in 2012, but finished with a 2-4 conference record. Since then, they've been 6th or 7th place in the conference every year since then. They've won 49 games, or won 5 games while losing 49. Before we get too much further, Bob, I want to say this is WVMO LP 98.7, bringing you Silver Eagle football. Stay tuned at halftime when we continue our series of interviews with the champions, the stars of the 1977 state championship team. Tonight, Bob, it's Kevin Zwerd.
That's great.
All-conference wide receiver and one of the leading scorers on the team.
Yeah, and Kevin and I were pretty good friends back in high school too, so I'll be interested to hear that. That's for sure. And let's not forget to tell our listeners that they can also view the game on YouTube at the Monona Community Media channel and on Charter 990 and what is it?
Uverse, AT&T Uverse, Channel 99.
There you go. All right, back to football.
Back to football. Yes, the Silver Eagles have beaten Portage all 8 times they've played in school history. First game in 2001, that was Mike Stassi's 3rd year coaching. Since then, the scores have gotten progressively better. The Silver Eagles winning in 2013, the last time they met, 49-13. They jumped to a 42-0 halftime lead before coasting to that one. Torin Young scoring 2 touchdowns in that game. Mike Lang, one of your favorite all-timers, scoring 3 touchdowns. And Trey Powers catching a touchdown pass even. So 42-0 at the half.
It was actually Tyler Blang in that
Tyler
game.
Blang, I'm sorry.
And he was a heck of a quarterback. That's for sure. And he had a great year that year, running the ball and throwing the ball. The other night, I was watching some YouTube video of Monona football, and I watched the highlights from the 2013 championship game. It was a lot of fun watching that. And Tyler had a great game there. Anyway, back to tonight's game.
Anyways, the Warriors come out on the field, and I got to say, Bob, that we've had absolutely spectacular weather for the first 2 games of the season. It is just perfect tonight. Low 70s, might be into the 60s now, but it's just ideal weather, wouldn't you say?
Almost no breeze. Nothing to queer the offenses, that's for sure. The total offense for last week for Monona Grove, they rolled up 477 yards of total offense. They did lose 2 fumbles, so they were just a I wouldn't say careless with the ball, but not as careful with it as they normally are. Alec Ogden, who completed 21 passes last week, Steve, that's the second highest game total in Monona Grove history for completions. Yep.
Does he hold the record?
He holds the record of 22 versus Waterford last year in the playoffs in 2016.
I had no idea it was that close, and he had several passes. Could have easily completed 25 of them.
Oh, yeah, a couple of passes, including a couple of passes I think would have gone for 6 that didn't quite find the hands of the receivers. Defensively last week, Trent Herbert had a pretty good game, 8 tackles and a sack. Sam Gronsky had a sack. Ethan Boehner and Reese Barker had a half a sack. John List, if you remember, scored a safety last week.
Yes, he did.
After a punt had been hiked over the punter's head for Baraboo. So it wasn't like it was all bad for the defense. They played great in the first half, just came out a little flat, and sometimes that can happen when you're way up at halftime. You just you're not quite as inspired when you come out in the second half.
That's right. Well, with a 30-0 lead, I can certainly understand why Silver Eagles let down a little bit, but it'd be nice to see them keep their foot on the pedal the entire game tonight.
Well, the starting quarterback tonight for Portage is Eric Isaacson. Didn't have exactly a glorious debut last week, 5 for 15, 92 yards and an interception. But not too bad considering last year he was the second leading wide receiver on the team. Caught 34 balls for 279 yards. So, changing positions. And they have a new offense this year in Portage, the triple option, which is a heavy running offense. Most of the time, you don't see a quarterback throw 15 passes in a game when they're running the triple option. Lots and lots of running plays. We've seen Reedsburg play that for years, and Reedsburg rarely throws the ball more than 5 times in a game.
Throw it just a few times, regardless of the score.
Yeah, they'll run it 70 times and throw it 4. So it'll be interesting. This is their first year running that option offense. That can be very confusing for a defense, but when you're learning it, it can be confusing for the offense as well.
Yeah, especially with a new kid getting his first starts at quarterback. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge for him to get his self set on an offense, a new offense like that.
That's for sure. That is for sure. Well, the players are lining up on their sidelines. We're getting ready for the national anthem. Looks like about a minute and a half to game time. A beautiful night here in Monona.
All right, please stand at home and join us for the national anthem.
Hand over your heart.
Take your hat off.
And get that hat off. That's right.
Brave. God, don't leave me hanging like that. That'd kill me.
I was afraid to sit down.
I'm just OCD enough that an unfinished song like that would destroy me.
And as the great Cam people would say, are you ready for some more?
All right, let's get this game started. Looking forward to it. If you folks are listening to this on the radio or watching this on television and you've got a notion to maybe come to the game, do it. It's a beautiful night here. There's some seating available still. That'll probably fill in. Although I am a little bit worried about one of our regulars here, Steve.
Yeah, Dave Kersner usually takes up a position directly in front of us and leaves us a bag of cookies. We don't see Dave or the cookies.
And we'd like to see them both.
Absolutely. Dave's a longtime supporter of MG football and actually builds the postseason trophies in his workshop. All right, the Silver Eagles to kick off tonight. Right in front of me, Bob, the very first row down there, that's Andre Naherniak, one of the stars from last year's team, the blonde-haired kid in the front row.
See him down there, yeah. Yeah, he had a great year last year. 58 catches, scored 14 touchdowns.
Now studying musical theater, or will be in a couple of weeks. All right, here comes the MG kicking team. Alec Ogden, place kicker for the Silver Eagles. No, it looks like somebody else has the ball, doesn't it?
Yeah, number 7. That's number 7, Will Horsemeyer. And I knew that he was a potential at the kicking position for Monona this year.
I believe that's Greg Horsemeyer's son. We saw on Parent Night last week. The folks introduced, and I'm pretty certain the announcer said that's Greg.
I honestly wasn't listening, so I'm going to go with you on that one.
Greg, one of the stars, or one of the kickers, the kicker from the 1977 state championship team. All right, Horsemeyer ready to put his foot into it, as Horsemeyers are wont to do. Oh, nice kick. Deep kick into the end zone.
There we go.
Portage will take over on the 20.
Yeah, we did not see Will at all last week. I don't know if he was injured or I don't even remember seeing him on the sideline. I'm sure he was there, but that's a good start.
Congratulated by special teams coach Mark Rundle. That was a nice start to the game for the Silver Eagles. Remember last year with Larsh, what did you say? He put 60-some balls into the end zone?
Well, all I read was that there was only 6 kickoff returns against Monona Grove last year, so that's a lot of balls in the end zone.
Eric Isaacson, the senior quarterback, calling the signals, and somebody jumped. I think this is going against the Silver Eagles, as one of their defensive players jumped the line when a man went in motion. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Going against the Silver Eagles, that'll be 5 yards.
Well, that didn't take long.
Not the greatest start.
Yeah, MG rolled up 6 or 7 penalties last week. That will even itself out.
All right, let's see. The wide receiver on this side appears to be number 85, Gabriel D'Asto. The handoff into the line, and that's close to a first down for Justin Sankey. Sankey, a 6'1", 210-pound senior running back.
Tackle by 24.
Ball out to the 30-yard line, and a 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Their very first offensive play after the penalty. That was nothing fancy, Bob. He just gave it to the big guy.
That's true. Tackle was made by number 24, Bronze Geisler. And on this
quarterback keeper.
Number 44, Sam Gronsky, puts the wood to the quarterback.
Loss of half a yard on that play. 2nd and 10.5. Yeah, Gronsky not fooled at all. Came in from his defensive end position and just wrapped up quarterback Isaacson immediately.
Yeah, Gronsky had a sack last week against Baraboo.
Garrigan in motion, taking the pitch, trying to get the corner right side, and brought down. He might even be short of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they'll probably place it at the line and trying to figure out who made that tackle.
The backfield for the Warriors, Sankey is directly behind the quarterback, and the 2 wings are number 34, Dale Shepard, a sophomore playing his 2nd varsity year, and number 3, Grant Garrigan, one of their leading pass receivers from last year. This is an offense we've seen Edgewood run for several years. Isaacson calling the signals. Looking to throw.
That's
intercepted.
Who is that? Jordan Bishop, number 3.
Jordan Bishop trying to find some running room. Cuts inside the 30. Cuts it back now. Now he'll be dragged down at the 30-yard line. So Bishop, the first pick of the year for the Silver Eagles.
Wow, Bishop standing right in the throwing lane, and obviously Isaacson didn't see him, put it right in his chest.
Isaacson threw 1 pick last week, but this one a little more costly, a start to the game, and the Silver Eagles have the ball 1st and 10 from the Portage 31-yard line.
Yeah, you do not want to give Monona Grove field position like this, not when you're Portage.
Now when MG's got all the weapons that they do.
Yeah, Portage gave up 274 yards rushing last week, an average of over 9 yards a carry.
Good old number 8, Alec Ogden, will trot it out onto the field. He's got Thompson in the backfield next to him. Lucas Gerlach, the tight end, coming out. Wide receivers Sam Hepp and 22.
Now they're walking
Jordan
off some
Jenks
yardage.
Recker. Pulling it back against the Silver Eagles. Ooh.
Yeah, I wonder if there was an illegal block or something on the return. Let's find out. 15-yard penalty, so obviously a personal foul of some sort. Yep, personal foul, and that's what they called. Must have been on the return.
That marks it back all the way to the 46. Still decent field position to take over minutes into the game here. Ogden calling for the ball. Looking to throw, swings it out to to Jinx Wrecker. Has some running room and down close to the 35-yard line. About a 10-yard pickup, maybe a little more on that one. No, 10 yards almost on the head. No, just shy of the first down. So call it second and 1.
1 catch for 8 yards last week.
Ogden coming back to the right side, throws it to Jinx Wrecker again, has the first down across the 30, little running room inside the 25-yard line, and brought down at the 22. So that was the same play, just going back the other direction.
Yes, it was. And even more effective, a 14-yard pickup on the play.
They get to the line in a hurry, Jinx Wrecker, and who is that? Can't make out who the other receiver is next to him. The first handoff, no. Pass over the middle, Gerlach. And Gerlach down inside the 10, out to the 6-yard line. So after last week starting the game with 4 consecutive runs and a touchdown, Silver Eagles have thrown the ball 4 times. First and goal for Monona Grove from the 7. Ogden throwing to his left.
That's Wrecker
Jenks
again.
Wrecker.
And he's in.
Jenks Wrecker in for the touchdown. Wow. So that took less than a minute.
Well, they ran that play to Jenks Wrecker, just a little swing pass out of the backfield. They ran it 3 times. It's the exact same play, twice to the right, once to the left. Each time an easy completion, and Wrecker ends up scoring the touchdown from 6 yards out.
Now, this is Ogden or Horsemeyer kicking the ball. I believe this is Horsemeyer doing the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good, and it is Horsemeyer indeed.
Well, that interception by Isaacson turned out to be very costly for Portage, and they're down quickly in this game.
7-0 with 9:51 to play in the first quarter. Silver Eagles off to a fast start like they did last week.
Yeah, this is a carbon copy of last week, other than the fact that they ran the ball on every down, and it was a 4-play drive, if you remember, on their first series last week for a touchdown, all running plays. This one, a 4-play drive, all passing plays.
So Horsemeyer will kick off again for the Silver Eagles with the 7-0 lead. Back deep. Let's see if I can get the numbers here. It's number 34, that's Shepard, and number 3, Garrigan.
Boy, that Shepard kid is pretty solidly built there.
5'8", 210 pounds, and just a sophomore.
Wow, he looks heavier than 210.
He's also one of their linebackers, he and Sankey.
He is a big fella.
Yeah, he looks pretty muscular. He
looks thick.
Was a pretty good defensive player last year for them. He had 45 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss. What did he do running the ball? 15 carries, only 49 yards, but that's pretty good for a freshman. It's a good introduction to varsity football. Now Horsemeyer's teed it up, and the Silver Eagles ready to kick. Line drive kick. Shepard will take it inside the 5. Little running room, cuts to his right. Gets across the 20-yard line and brought down just across the 20.
It looked like the tackle out there was made by number 11, Ian Henry.
The ball spotted at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Pretty good performance out of the defensive backfield last week. I believe Baraboo only completed 1 pass, maybe 2.
Dylan Golke in at running back now, 146-pound senior. The handoff.
Straight up the middle there, it looks like.
The Golke, I think that was.
No, it's Isaacson.
He kept it himself and might have gotten a yard falling forward.
He got nowhere. Sam Gronsky on the bottom of that pile, another tackle. Maybe a yard gain on that one.
2nd and 9 for the Warriors. Isaacson calling the signals under center. Garrigan in motion. The handoff to Golke, the running back, and he's hit immediately and will lose yardage.
Carried by Dylan Golke, tackled by a flock of Eagles.
All right, that tackle was made by, I think, is that number 32? I thought Ethan Boehner. Yeah, Ethan Boehner on the tackle there. 5'11" junior.
Boy, they gave him forward progress. Call it 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that he made it that far.
Yeah, he was met immediately. But, if you fall forward, you can get a yard.
Isaacson looking to throw, slings it out to the left side.
Oh, nice catch.
Nice catch.
Beautiful catch by Nolan Paul, number 12 out there. Boy, he dropped that. Isaacson dropped that ball in right over his head, and Paul brought it in on the sideline, a 24-yard pickup.
I thought that was going to go out of bounds in front of us here, Bob.
He was pretty well
Paul
covered,
makes a
too.
Nice catch.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Warriors as they get out to their own 43-yard line. 8:32 to play in the first half on a 7-0 MG lead. Garrigan in motion. Isaacson keeping, bounces off the line and lost 3 yards.
He's going nowhere. Let's see, number 20 with that is Taylor Duncan.
Our boy Taylor Duncan.
Excellent penetration there.
The ball just inside the 45-yard line. Trent Herber also credited for part of the tackle. So both these teams going no huddle, Bob. This is going to make for a lot of plays in this game. Last week, Portage ran over 70 offensive plays. Isaacson is rolling out again and caught at the line, and he might have made a half a yard on that, but nothing more. It'll bring up 3rd and 12.
I think he was expecting Grant Garrigan to come around, and he turned around to hand the ball to him, and Garrigan was going to the left instead of the right, and so Isaacson just had to pull it down. He gained about a yard. Isaacson, who didn't carry the ball as far as I know last week, but he probably did because their stats were incomplete, but he's carried the ball 4 times tonight.
Guys jumping all over, no flags. Apparently, Isaacson chased, going out to his right.
Pick. Oh no!
Almost picked and tipped into the hands of Dylan Golke.
Let's see who almost had that one. It looked like Trenton Herber went right through his mitts and then right into the hands of Golke.
Dylan Golke is complete.
Yeah, Golke with the catch. That brings up 4th and 1 at the 43-yard line of Monona Grove.
I would not be going for this if I was Portage. Not at this point in the game and not at this point in the field, but they're not listening to me. If they get stuffed here, Monona Grove, once again, will have a short field.
Yeah, I don't have any stats on who their punter is. Garrigan in motion.
They drew him offside. That's an easy one. Easy first down. I believe that was number 52, Parker Keeney, who was drawn off. And I'll tell you, as a former player, boy, you're not noticed in the line much, but unless you do something like that.
Make a mistake.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. The ball in MG territory at the 38-yard line. The handoff up the middle.
It's Golke.
Golke again. Good second effort there, getting close to the 30-yard line.
And reasonable penetration, or reasonable push by the offensive line of Portage. First time we've really seen him do that. Nice 5-yard pickup.
Warriors got a lot of good-sized linemen, but a lot of them play both ways, and so it'll be interesting to see if they can maintain this sort of pressure throughout the game. The handoff to the running back Golke again, and this time he gets to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
That's number 77, Marcus Wallace on the tackle.
3rd and 2 for the Warriors. The 4th down play was a good gamble.
As it turned out. And maybe that's
outside.
what they had in mind all along. Maybe they would have gone to a punt formation.
The handoff to Shepard, and Shepard, I don't think he got it.
It's going to be close. He got more forward progress than you think,
Yeah, maybe
Steve.
so. Yeah, he looks more forward than I thought.
He didn't quite get it, though.
Oh,
got a couple.
They give Dolke credit on the carry. 5'10", 146 pounds. Now 4th and inches. The ball at the 28-yard line of MG.
And if you were wondering, Steve, yes, I would go for it in this position with the ball inside the 30.
Yes, especially on this short of.
Yeah, fourth and a short
yardage.
one. Yeah.
Shepard in motion. Isaacson looking to pass to complete the ball for the first down. Boy, he's quite the jumper.
I got to tell you, I am pleased that they threw that ball to Paul because Grant Garrigan came wide open across the middle. If he'd have seen him, that would have been a touchdown.
Paul with a nice leaping catch there on the left side. 1st and 10. The ball to the Monona Grove 22-yard line.
Surprising call, actually, on 4th and short like that pass.
Isaacson keeping it himself, going right side, cuts it up into the line, gets across the 20, and then got tattooed pretty good by somebody.
Ian Henry in on that tackle. But not before he picked up 6 yards.
I could see him throwing those jump balls to Nolan Paul all season long. Kid's got good hands, and he's athletic enough to get up in the air. Isaacson looking to the sidelines for a play. 4:40 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 MG leads, but Portage right in there. Ball at the 16-yard line. Garrigan in motion. The handoff is to Golke again.
Nope, that's Garrigan on the out wide on that one, number 3.
He got down inside the 10.
That triple option can fool defenses and announcers.
And that's first and goal from the 10, just inside the 10. Let's call it the 9 even.
let's do it.
I'm looking at the scoreboard. It says first and 10, but they're on the 9-yard line. Isaacson with the keeper, cuts it up on the right side. He got a couple of yards there, but not much.
Well, you can really blow up the triple option if you get good penetration from your defensive lineman. Picked up about 5 on that play.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line.
Boy, the offense is clicking right now for the Warriors.
And they are threatening to tie this game up. Isaacson kept it himself. Hit at the line.
Connor O'Rourke, number 72 at defensive tackle, came in and made that play. Got a little bit of forward progress. 3rd and about 2.
3:30 to play in the first half. Silver Eagles bring in their goal line defense. 3rd and goal from the 1. They are close to that line. Garrigan in motion.
Yeah, just a simple dive play, and he is in. Let's see who that was. I think that might have been Golke on the carry.
Yep, number 20. Dylan Golke, the senior. So with 3:19 left, Portage a chance to tie it up. Brett Walker will attempt the extra point. Walker, a sophomore. They have yet to make an extra point this season, to kick an extra point. Here's the snap. Golke's kick.
It's pretty good.
And we have us a 7-7 game.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. After they went out on a turnover in their first series, Portage took the ball and went right down the field. Monona Grove had them 3rd and long in Portage territory, about their 30-yard or about their 24-yard line, and a long pass to Nolan Paul from Eric Isaacson for 24 yards got him out of the hole. And after that, they didn't seem to have too much trouble.
One of the key plays in that drive, Bob, was the penalty on the Silver Eagles on 4th down.
Yeah.
Garrigan drew somebody off sides and gave new life to the Warriors. Although the way they moved the ball on that drive, odds were really good they were going to make the 1 yard they needed.
Yeah, they looked pretty good. And on the 4th and less than a yard, they actually threw a pass, which I'm sure, besides us never seeing it coming, I'm sure the Monona Grove defense didn't expect that either.
Except for that interception, Isaacson off to a much better night than he had last week.
Yep, 3 for 4. For
next week's opponent
43 yards.
Next week's opponent is the Oregon Panthers. They are playing DeForest tonight, so that ought to be interesting.
Yeah, didn't DeForest got spanked last week, didn't they?
Yeah, somebody beat him up pretty good.
Yeah.
I think, was it Milton?
No, I think Milton got beat.
Edgewood?
No, Edgewood got beat.
Edgewood got hammered, that's right. They gave up a lot of points in the first half.
And Fort got killed, too.
Monroe.
Yeah, that's who it was, right.
Monroe beat DeForest.
Yeah.
There's nobody else left that was going to beat them.
Yeah.
All right. Walker's kickoff. A knuckleball up, taken by one of the upbacks. Cuts it back across the 35-yard line. Now plows it ahead. Let's see who we've got.
Yeah, we'll try to figure out who that was. He's under a horde of Warriors here.
There he is.
We can see him now. It's number 25. Yeah. Shane Duncan.
Shane Duncan.
One of the Duncan boys.
Yeah, 5'8", 150-pound junior. All right, Alec Ogden and the boys will take over the offensive side of things. Ball 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. A 7-7 game with 3:10 to play in the first.
Let's see if Monona Grove stays in the air here, if they're going to start running the football.
Ogden gives it to Jackson Thompson. Thompson out to the 40. Nice hard run, straight up the gut.
Jackson Thompson on
A little across the 40. Give him a 5-yard pickup on that, Bob. It's 2nd and 5. Marcus Wallace, the center. Snap is to Ogden. Give to Thompson again, and Thompson out to the 49-yard line and a 1st down.
Nice quick hitter by Thompson. Found the seam, got himself a nice gain. A gain of about 9 on that play.
Just a straight-ahead run 2 times in a row. Nothing fancy there, and Thompson not even making a cut. Hit the hole, put his head down, and kept pushing. First and 10 MG. Thompson again, straight up the middle, has some running room and close to a first down. We'll see where we get a spot here. He's down close to the 40-yard line of
Yeah,
Portage.
his knee came down, I think, before he actually came down. So let's call it a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, he is just short. Just shy of the first down. This time, Ogden looking to throw. Going
Gerlach
over the
is
middle.
wide.
Oh!
No. Who was that? Is that
Off the
Ostrowski?
hands of Ostrowski.
Yeah, he was wide open. That would have been a touchdown. There's a flag down, and we're going to get roughing the quarterback. Yep. So Monona will get the first down off the big 15-yard penalty.
That's too bad. The 41-yard touchdown pass would have been nice. Silver Eagles have had a little problem early in the season catching the ball. A few dropped passes now. Last week's game and now tonight that one.
Yeah, that one right on the hands. That one should have been hauled in. That would have been 6.
They had nobody on Ostrowski. I mean, nobody was within 10 yards of him.
Well, you notice what they did there, Steve, is they faked that same little swing pass to Jenks Recker to the right side of the line and then turned around, and Ostrowski was just running wide open down the left sideline.
Ostrowski will come out, and I believe that's Bronze Geisler coming in his place. Ogden on first and 10, looking to throw left side. Oh, he throws it, and that was 34. Peyton Spaulding not looking for that ball to come.
Peyton Spaulding did not get the right play call on that one. He never turned around, and the ball went whistling behind him. Yeah, nice, Steve. That's nice. That sounded like a canned whistle, actually. That was so good.
It was so good, huh?
It was so good.
I can do stock footage, too.
Can ya?
I can do catalog modeling. Second and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Ogden taking the snap. Give it to Thompson up the middle again. And Thompson running hard. Gets down inside the 25, close to the 20-yard line.
Thompson looks like he spent some time in the weight room. He looks very strong this year.
He's making me think of a shorter version of Darren Schwen. You know, Schwen ran really hard straight ahead like that. Third and 4. Ogden, a little slant pass to
Gerlach.
And Gerlach the first down inside the 10-yard line. So the Silver Eagles responding with their own drive here, Bob. Looking pretty impressive. Dante McConley coming in for the Silver Eagles.
I think there's a flag down here, Steve. I could be wrong. Yep, there is. There's a face mask penalty on Portage.
So that'll be half the distance, I would imagine.
I would
Is that
imagine.
a spot foul? Let's see where we end up. That should put it about at the 4-yard line, I think.
Half the distance to the goal will be first down, Monona goal.
Yep, first down MG at the 4-yard line. First and goal.
Let's see if Jackson Thompson gets the ball on this play. He's been carrying most of the load here, and he does.
He does.
And I think he may be in. He is.
Yes, he is. A 4-yard touchdown run for Jackson Thompson, his first of the night, third on the season. Thompson did not make a cut that entire drive. He got the ball and went straight ahead.
Yep, didn't need to. He got just the right amount of blocking at the point of attack from center Marcus Wallace and his cohort. Yes.
So Will Horsemeyer will attempt the extra point. Thompson the holder.
And Gerlach the snapper.
Horsemeyer's kick makes it a 14-7 MG lead.
All right, well, Monona once again looked very good on that series. Got helped along a little bit with a roughing the passer penalty, but I'm not convinced that had they not gotten that, if the outcome would have been any different.
They did have a dropped pass on that drive, but
that was on that play, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But otherwise, Jackson Thompson, 5 carries, 32 yards in the score on that one. Ogden only had to throw a couple of passes, but he completed the one to Gerlach for 13 yards and a first down.
I liked the pass that they almost scored on when they did that little fake to Jenks Recker out on the sideline.
Oh, we'll see that again. I don't know if we'll see it again tonight, but we will definitely see that again this year.
Tune into the halftime interview and you hear a story about a pass play that Coach Dick Rundle used to run for the Silver Eagles.
Yep.
70-17 ran it to perfection.
And then I was present at the game the UW-Wisconsin Badgers used it against
Really?
Illinois. Yeah. And that's the only time I've ever seen it in any sort of game other than a high school game. In fact, other than a Monona Grove high school game.
I remember one of the Kubicek boys throwing that one for a touchdown back in the early 70s. Horstmeyer's kick. Nice line drive. This one's going to make the end zone. No, just shy inside the 5. This is Shepard coming across the 30, little running room, still on his feet, and dropped just over the 30-yard line.
Yeah, a little shoelace tackle there. That looks like number 20. That would be Taylor Duncan.
Gotta say, Bob, Shepard hasn't carried
Back
the
up.
ball yet.
That wasn't Taylor Duncan. That was Shane Duncan. These Duncan boys. I got to get them straight.
Third Duncan.
Yeah.
Has Shepard carried the ball yet tonight?
No, he has
showed
not.
some nice speed and strength on that return,
He's a
getting
big
out to the
fella.
30. I'm surprised they don't
Yep.
put him in that backfield rather than put him out on the wing.
Especially for the up the middle part of this thing. Yeah.
All right. Brandon Hall split out wide this side. Isaacson to the up back Sankey. Sankey get across the 30.
Was that Sankey?
Carried by Shepard.
No,
Shepard
Shepard
getting his
first
first
carry.
carry.
You said it.
They heard us.
They were listening to you.
2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. Sankey is the running back behind quarterback Isaacson. That triple option is confusing. There's Garrigan in motion. The handoff to Sankey this time, and Sankey battling his way for a yard.
Tackle made by number 9, Trenton Herbert.
Trenton Herbert on the tackle.
Third, actually a better run than I thought. They're spotting the ball out to the 34-yard line.
About a 2-yard gain.
3rd and 6. 35 seconds left in the quarter. We'll probably get one more play off.
Yeah, you never know in these no huddles. You might get 3 more plays off.
Isaacson keeping it himself,
Nope.
going left side. Got across the 35, but shoved back, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Dassis Mo Betta, Sam Gronsky on the tackle on that one, and they're going to have to punt the ball away.
With a little help from Nexler.
Now Peyton Spalding will drop back to return this punt. Last year and this year as well, I see Nolan Paul will do the kicking.
Nolan Paul punting. Spalding to return.
Spalding back to return a couple kicks last week against Baraboo. And the quarter ends just like that, Bob, just like that. You're listening to Silver Eagle Football on WVMO, the voice of Monona, 98.7, just a little above normal. Steve Martinelli and Bob Schmuck bringing you MG football for the 22nd year.
Yeah, 22 seasons. It's pretty awesome. Who would have thought, Steve? Remember when we first started and we just did it as a favor to your son?
Yeah, Bill Ziegler came to us looking for somebody to announce the games. Actually came to me, and I said, hey, I know a guy that might do this with me. Actually, what I needed was a designated driver.
That's because you were intoxicated before you showed up, weren't you?
Sometimes. That helps.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's how it started. It was the last game of the 96 season, and they were televising these games on the local cable access channel, but they couldn't get anybody to do the announcing. And let's face it, if you're just watching a football game with essentially no sound and you're just watching it on TV, it's hard to keep your interest. And back then, Monona Grove was a struggling football team, so they asked us to step in and do a game. We had no idea who the players were, kind of like, well, today. Since then, we've been in these seats.
Paul's kick. Oh, off the side of his foot, an ugly kick. It's going to bounce about the 40 and go out of bounds.
Well, John List was pretty close to getting a block on that one. I think if he'd have been coming hard, he'd have blocked that punt. Either way, it's pretty good field position for Monona Grove.
You know, Bob, talking about us announcing for 22 years and when we took over, that's really when the rejuvenation of the program started.
You think we had something to do with
the
it?
hiring of us? Yeah,
absolutely,
that was key.
Absolutely, because I don't think we'd have got Stassi here if we wouldn't have been up here. I think Stassi would have turned the job
yes,
down.
I'm picturing the question during the interview.
Yeah.
Who was it, Steve and Bob? They're announcing?
Well,
yeah, I'm in.
It might not have been all of it, but it had to be the cherry on the sundae.
Cherry on the Sunday. That's us, Bob. All right, Alec Ogden and the MG offense out there. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Ogden calling the signals.
Wide open here is Jalen Ostrowski.
Now he's going
but, oh,
deep.
my goodness. Who's wide open here? That's Sam Hepp, number 5.
Sam Hepp will
Keep
score
going,
his first
buddy.
varsity
That's a touchdown. 64 yards.
Woo-wee, Sammy Hepp.
Oh, he
Perfectly thrown ball by Ogden.
He had 2 receivers wide open.
Watch this replay here, Bob.
He had two receivers wide open, number 18, Jalen Ostrowski down the left sideline, and Sam Hepp going down the right sideline, number 5.
We've been promised a replay. We may see it after.
We might see it after the kick. Oh,
here we go. Here's Hepp after the catch.
After the catch.
He does a good job keeping his hands on the ball. The player tries to knock it away. Sam trips up, falls down in the end zone. His first varsity touchdown, though. And now Horstmeyer will attempt the extra point. The snap down, the kick up.
Looking good.
That was a nice play, though. Good fake by Ogden to Thompson into the line. And then he threw a perfect strike to Sam Hepp. And Sam, to his credit, made a nice catch and then just outran everybody.
Well, he was wide open, and that ball, once again, Alec Ogden dropped it right onto Hepp's hands. Ogden has been dead on this year. I'm not sure I've even seen him throw a bad pass. I think he did throw one low last week. But other than that, most of his passes have been right where they're supposed to be.
He threw one last week that was kind of away from Thompson, but Thompson made that spectacular one-handed catch of it.
Yeah.
Ogden now with 4 touchdown passes. We're like 5 quarters into the season.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
You know, that was probably his worst throw.
Sam Hepp had 1 catch last week for 10 yards and 1 tonight so far for 64.
So 2 catches in his varsity career for 75 yards. I'm liking what Sam Hepp can do for us, Bob.
Well, you remember his brother played defensive end last year pretty effectively for Monona Grove.
Sam, a 6'6" junior. All right, Horstmeyer ready to kick off. Shepard and Garrigan back deep for the Warriors.
Garrigan spells Garrigan.
All right, the kick short. Shepard picks it up inside the 15-yard line, gets across the 20, falls forward to about the 22-23-yard line.
I like number 66, Evan Schoenfeld on the tackle, the junior, and he's fired up. Don't blame him.
So, first play of the second quarter, Bob, and the Silver Eagles scores big. Ogden's got to be racking up some offensive yards already.
He is, and he hasn't thrown that many balls. He's 6 for 7 on the day, but he's got a lot of yards passing.
And he hasn't run it yet either, has he?
2 touchdowns. No, he has not carried the ball.
Isaacson out of the mini shotgun, keeping it himself. Might have gotten a yard, might have gotten to the 25-yard line, but not much there.
Isaacson on the carry, tackled by Herbert.
Isaacson's been the primary ball carrier tonight.
Maybe a yard and a half on that one. Call it 2nd and 8.
Monona Grove so far, the second drive, they kind of let down a little bit. But when you're defending an option running game like this, everybody has their job. So you stay on your guy. If you can stay on your guy, you're going to stop this offense.
Now Isaacson looking to throw, pressure coming, throws it
nice pass.
Left side to Shepard. Shepard, a little running room across.
Fumble the ball.
Ball loose, and it's Silver Eagle football in Portage territory.
That was a heck of a nice pass by Isaacson. Had some steam on it. He threw a seed to Shepard.
Maybe we can watch this one again.
Shepard made the catch and had an easy first down, big gainer, and gave up the ball at the end. The fumble going to Monona Grove. I think that was recovered by number 10, London Rice.
Silver Eagles take over on their own, on the Portage 46-yard line.
Second turnover.
Yeah, replay a little late after the recovery. Who was this coming up with the ball here? Number 10? Was that your boy you called? London Rice. Yes, it is. So 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Pretty much straight in front of us. The ball on the 46-yard line of Portage and a chance to go up by 2 scores. Ogden swings it out to Jenks Recker again.
Needs a block.
45 and down near the 40-yard line of Portage.
Yeah, needed a little bit more of a block there by Sam Hepp, but still a nice gain on first down.
Jenks Recker having a nice night already.
His fourth
pass
catch
is working pretty well. Ball right on the 40-yard line of Portage, near hash marks.
Recker again.
Throws it out to Recker right side. Has the first down across the 35 and down near the 30-yard line. Either that pass works extremely well every time or they use it as a decoy and go downfield after it. But whatever the case, the calls are working.
It's virtually an impossible pass to defend. But it's really important to get good downfield blocking from your other wideouts. Otherwise, once the catch is made, the The receiver goes nowhere.
Now they give it to Thompson going up the middle, and Thompson a little bit of a push, got a couple yards on the gain. 10 minutes to play in the half, a 21-7 MG lead.
Tackled by Blight. A little help from Black.
Actually, not a bad run. He got more yards than I figured.
About 4 yards.
Yeah,
Good
second
run.
and 6. Ogden calling the signals.
Oh, Recker's wide open, but he's
Right
going
side.
deep. Oh, Hepp is wide open,
All
too.
sorts of time. Now he throws it into the end
This is
zone.
Gerlach.
Nope,
No.
to Gerlach at the 15.
Ogden's pass to Gerlach is complete. Tackled by Miles.
Silver Eagles up to the line in a hurry.
Paul.
First and 10
Will be
MG. The
first
ball
and 10, Monona Grove.
at the 15-yard line. Nice shot there from the sidelines. Hand off to Thompson into the line. A little running room. He bursts through, pushing hard and down to the 7-yard line. Jackson Thompson stopped and kept his legs moving. And we got a flag in the backfield.
Oh, it's going to be a hold. What a shame.
That's too bad. Jackson Thompson had a great run there. You know, the line got him the first 5 yards, but he got the rest on his own. Well, Dave Kersner, wherever you are tonight, we're thinking of you.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay. That's not like you to miss a home game.
Absolutely not. Could have used you singing the national anthem. All right, after the penalty, they march it back to the 26-yard line, I think, where it's first and 15 for the Silver Eagles. Instead of first and goal. All right.
Oh,
The handoff to Ogden. What a
got some
nice
room.
fake.
Got some room.
Ogden faked it to the running back coming from the left to the right, and Ogden went back to the left and
Ogden
got close
here.
to the original line of
Tackled by
scrimmage.
Black Warriors.
They mark Ogden down inside the 15-yard line, just barely. Second and 10 for the Silver Eagles. 8:50 to play in the first half. MG leading 21-7. Ogden calling the signals. Throws it left side. Oh, and off the hands of Ostrowski.
Ogden's pass is incomplete. That'll bring up a third down, Monona Grove.
All right, third down for the Silver Eagles. They're up to the line, getting the signal from the sidelines. Ostrowski will come out, and Peyton Spalding will come in.
I'm not sure that play would have got him the first down, but it would have got him a lot closer.
Yep. Ogden calling the signals. Ogden changing the play. Throwing over
Gerlach.
the middle to Gerlach. Touchdown.
I love that. That's just that tight end down the middle. In high school football, that play comes open, I'll bet you 85% of the time.
Lucas Gerlach's third touchdown of the season makes it a 27-7 MG lead. 8:39 to play in the half. Gerlach, 3 touchdown passes. He is looking really tough at tight end.
Yep. If we get a replay, you'll be able to see that Ogden delayed just a beat before he came up throwing, and that gave Gerlach enough time to shake off his defender and get open in the end zone.
Ogden, a big athletic kid. Boy, they got a lot of wide receiver weapons here. And Horstmeyer's kick makes it a 28-7 MG lead.
Well, when you're running the spread, just about everybody is a wide receiver.
Well, that's true. Jenks Recker having a nice night. Gerlach and Hepp. Jackson Thompson running the ball well. The offense is clicking. I'll give them that.
Good defensive stand. Got a short field for Monona, and they made it hurt. 28-7 already. We're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, that fumble by Shepard was huge because it gave the Silver Eagles possession inside Portage territory, and Portage just hasn't shown the ability to stop MG tonight, whether it's running or passing. And Ogden has been just fantastic. What is his passing tonight?
Well, he's 10 for 12 tonight, Steve.
With 2 drops.
And 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a spectacular night.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Wow. All right, Horstmeyer will tee it up. And the Warriors will try to get something going here. 8:39 to play in the half. A 28-7 MG lead. Horstmeyer telling the guys, I'm going to kick it. I was wondering what they said in the special teams huddles.
Kick? on go.
You know, it's different if you're the return team because you can set up a return one side or the other. But if you're kicking, you're pretty much going to kick. Kicks it down the right side. Shepard inside the 10. Coming back towards the middle of the field. Trying to go left side now. Spun off one guy, still on his feet.
That's John List driving him out of bounds, but a big return by what's his first name?
Delanato Shepard.
Delanato Shepard, yeah.
Shepard close to a 40-yard return on that kick. He was inside the 10-yard line and ran it out.
Yeah, he met
resistance
early.
He stepped out of bounds inside the 40, so they'll 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he met resistance early on that return, but he was able to shake off all the tackles and ended up going for about 30 yards.
All right, so Portage with decent field position, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Isaacson will bring him up. You notice he's in the shotgun now, Bob. He started the game under center. Shepard in motion, the handoff to the running back. And that's Sankey. Sankey and Golke are all taking turns at running back. It's an interesting contrast because Sankey 210 pounds and Golke 146. Sankey a nice run there, got it out to the 43-yard line. 2nd and 6 for the Warriors.
2nd down.
Paul to the wide or near side of the field, covered by Ostrowski. The handoff, I think this is Sankey again. He got across the 45-yard line. Yes, it is Sankey. To the 46, it'll bring up 3rd and 3. All right, this is a big play for the Warriors. They get held here, they're going to have to kick it, I would guess.
Well, let's just see where they end up. If they end up 4th and short, they might go.
Garrigan in motion.
That's a pass.
Isaacson looking to throw it.
Oh, nice move by
nice
Paul
catch
out
by
there.
Paul inside the 40 and dragged out of bounds.
Really nice move. After the catch by Nolan Paul, he just laid a fake on Ostrowski and left him in the dirt. That was a great move by Nolan Paul. Nolan Paul's got some skills.
He's good. You can see why he was all conference last year. He gets down inside the 34-yard line. Sankey, the quarterback. Isaacson back under center. The give is to Shepard. Shepard trying to get the end. Trying to get the left corner. Couldn't quite get there and brought down short of the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Shepard on the carry. Gronsky on the tackle.
Ball at the 31-yard line of Monona Grove.
Sam Gronsky on the tackle again. We've been calling his name quite a bit. And, of course, as we call his name, now he's coming off the field.
Of course. What's wrong, Sam? All right. Isaacson out of the shotgun this time. Garrigan in motion. The pitch is to Garrigan trying to go right side. Nope. And he's cut down short of the line of scrimmage.
That was number 76, Trevor Wonderland, an honorable mention all-conference defensive lineman last year. Odds-on favorite to be an all-conference one this year.
Loss of a couple yards. Third and 9. The ball at the 34-yard line of Monona Grove. 6:15 to play in the first half. A 28-7 MG lead. Sankey, the running back behind Isaacson. Isaacson looking to throw over the middle, incomplete. Tipped by the Silver Eagles.
His receiver was not looking for that ball.
No, that was.
Not sure who that was.
Can't make out the number of this guy.
But either way, he
was not looking. You're not going to catch the ball.
The intended receiver
down
was not looking. That was number 3. That was Garrigan, the intended receiver.
Okay, that brings up 4th and 9. The ball at the 33-yard line of Monona Grove. It appears they're going to go for it. They may as well. 6 minutes to play in the half. They got to get something going here. Isaacson looking to throw.
Oh, go.
Chase.
See you later.
There's pressure. Who got that? 15 List.
John List was the second one in. Let's see if I can figure out who the first one was there.
Maybe a replay? Replay?
Sack on the play by Wonderland.
Wonderland credited for the sack, Bob. That brings up 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles on the turnover.
Marcus Wallace.
And no, actually, I think that went to Marcus Wallace. I think they misspoke.
The ball
if we had a replay, we could check that out.
The ball is just short of the 40-yard line. The Silver Eagles take over exactly 6 minutes to play in the half, Bob. We're halfway through the second quarter. They could put up another score pretty easily. Here's your replay, Bob.
Okay, it was a straight up pass play, but Isaacson never had a chance on that one.
Now Thompson coming to the left side. Spins ahead for 5 yards. That's the first running play by Thompson where he didn't go straight ahead.
Well, I think that was the first running play they called where he went off tackle.
Yeah.
Everything's been between the guards here.
2nd and 5 for the Silver Eagles from their own 45-yard line. Ogden calling the signals. They'll give it to Thompson again. Thompson plowing ahead. Boy, good second effort as he crosses the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he was met solidly by number 25, Spencer Andrews.
Thompson listed at 5'10", 172. He is a tough kid, very strong. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. The ball just into Portage territory. The handoff to Thompson. No, Ogden looking to throw again. Now he run to the right side, looking for some help. He turns the corner, flag in the backfield, has the first down, and a few more, but I think this is coming back.
Yeah, that's almost a hold. And there was nobody else around there but Monona shirts, so I'm guessing that's coming back. And that could be a big one because holding penalties, I believe, are spot fouls, and that flag is thrown about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because Ogden couldn't find anyone to throw the ball to, pulled it down, tucked it in, and ran for about 15 yards. So the net after that penalty is close to 30 yards.
Well, they're going to mark this from the line of scrimmage.
I'm not sure what distinguishes one spot from another, but they'll bring it back to the 40-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 21. Whatevs.
Yeah, not sure what's going on out there, but okay.
All right, we can make this up.
Yeah.
Ogden's having a pretty good night. Ogden looking to throw right side. Jenks Recker across the 45-50 and brought down near the 45-yard line of Portage.
I don't know if you saw that play develop, Steve, but what happened there is Ogden took the snap and just waited a beat, and Lucas Gerlach circled around the wideout on that play and then laid the block out that freed up Recker.
2nd and 7. Ogden, throw it to Jenks Recker again. Down the left sidelines, down inside the 35 and out of bounds near the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 MG.
Once again, Lucas Gerlach out in front, laying on the block, freeing up Recker. That was a nice play, gain of about 16 yards on the play.
Jenks Recker catching a lot of balls tonight, looking good. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. The ball on the 30-yard line of Portage. 4.5 minutes to play in the half. Thompson between the tackles. Pushed back a little bit.
Yeah,
he got a couple yards.
Not this time.
He was met head on and did a good job pushing, but
yeah, that was number 73, Sam Bleich. Bleich.
2nd and 8.
all right, 2nd and 8 for the Silver Eagles. Ogden throwing right side. Jenks Recker again.
And another
Recker
first
down and near the 15-yard line.
That is just a great ball control pass. An easy throw for Ogden and an easy catch, and right up the gut, another 8-yard pickup.
It's easy until you're asked to do it 10 times. I mean, you're going to miss some of these, but
You would
Ogden
think.
has been dead on with his passes tonight.
And the 8th catch of the first half for Jenks Recker tonight.
Wow. 1st and 10 from the, where are we, 18-yard line? We're somewhere around the 20.
21-yard line. 21-yard line.
21-yard line, thank you. Ogden going right side again to Jenks Recker.
Oh, got a penalty flag down. Recker took that ball inside the 10, but I think it's going to come back. We'll see what the call is. Looks like another hold.
4 minutes to play in the first half. A 28-7 MG lead, but this one's going to march back and delay the MG celebration a little bit.
Well, I was hoping they'd tighten up on the penalties, but that's the 5th one already here in the first half. We still got 4 minutes to go.
Jenks Recker split out wide to the side along with Spaulding to the far side. I believe that's Gerlach. No, Gerlach on the tight end over here. Can't quite make out who the wideout is to the far side. That's number 5, Sam Hepp, our boy. Ogden calling the signals alongside Thompson. Now they're changing the play. 3:45 and counting left in the first half. A 3-touchdown MG lead. Thompson bursts through the line, a little running room. down near the 10-yard line, close to the first down for Jackson Thompson. Boy, was that fast.
Made a terrific cut to the right about 5 yards after he crossed the line of scrimmage and ended up gaining another 10 yards after that.
First and goal from the 10-yard line for the Silver Eagles. Thompson really fast on that one. They throw it out to the left to Spalding.
Yep.
Inside the 10. Cuts it back towards the middle and gets to about the 7 or 8-yard line.
Tackled by Nolan Paul.
Got just a couple of yards on that play.
You're going to mark it about the 6.
Oh, nice 4-yard pickup. That was better than I thought it would be. Second and goal from the 6. Ogden.
No, Thompson, he's in.
And
from 6 yards out.
Second touchdown of the night. Worked hard for both of them, but that one gives us a 4-touchdown lead now.
Wow, Monona Grove's offense has just been firing on all cylinders tonight. And the defense playing well enough. Already 34-7. We've got just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And Monona Grove lining up for the extra point.
Well, Bob, you remember last week we jumped out to that 30-0 lead at halftime. This is almost the same margin. Horsemeyer's kick is good. 35-7. Let's see how the team responds to the locker room talk at halftime.
Well, that is going to be a tired bunch of Warriors in their locker room, I'll tell you that. They've spent a lot of time on defense tonight, and a lot of time.
Oh.
Yeah, just high-stepping it through there.
Did you see Thompson hit Golke there? Golke giving up 20 pounds to Thompson, and Thompson just leveled him.
Anyway, as I was saying, that when you're playing defense like these guys are and you're doing a lot of chasing, you get really, really tired. When you're playing offense, if you're playing in the line and you're pushing instead of chasing, you don't get nearly as tired. On defense, that's where you get winded. That's where you get gassed. And these guys have spent a lot of time on the defensive side of the football tonight.
So you played both ways in high school. Did you find that to be true when you were
absolutely
you were chasing on defense, getting worn out?
Absolutely.
And then the ball would change hands, and all of a sudden you're rejuvenated?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
really?
It was so much easier to play offense, I thought, as far, from a physical standpoint. You knew where you were going. You didn't have to react. You knew exactly what you were doing. It worked out great.
Well,
defense
didn't hurt either that you were blocking for Stassi and Tim Olson.
Yeah, defense,
that made it a little easier.
Defense, you just it's constant reaction.
Horsemeyer's kick taken inside the 5 by Shepard. He'll run this out across the 10, the 15.
Oh, nice job by
Shepard. Hit at the 15, a nice tackle there. Who's at List? List is making plays on special teams, on defense.
Nice job covering. They got to Shepard inside the 15-yard line, but you got to hand it to this Shepard kid. He's just a sophomore, and he just runs through tackles.
I like John List. He's played well this year. 6'3", 210. He got down the field pretty quickly there. All right, there's number 12, Nolan Paul. He's one to watch here with 2:52 left in the half.
Yeah.
A 35-7 Monona Grove lead.
Portage you'd expect to go to the air, but they got to be careful down here. They cannot make a mistake.
I think this is Shepard with the carry.
I thought that was number 20. That would be
Golke. You're right. That was Golke. He got out to the 20-yard line. 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5. Yeah, there seemed to be in no hurry to get down the field.
Well, they got to be careful back here. That's for sure. They do not want to make a mistake at this point. This position in the field.
Isaacson keeping it himself, trying to go right side, cuts it up, has enough for the first down, pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
Nice kick-out block by Shepard on that one, and Isaacson just waited for him to make it. Got a nice wide-open seam.
Out of bounds at the 30, 1st and 10 Portage. 2:18 to play in the half. Yeah, that 34, Shepard is a solidly built kid.
Now they got some room, and now they can throw the ball, but they're going to have to get better blocking at the offensive line if Isaacson's going to have a chance to get a pass away.
Isaacson under center. Handoff to Shepard, trying to go left side, and stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
Nice work there by the linebackers. That's Taylor Duncan, number 20 on the tackle. Right. Also number 3, Jordan Bishop.
Bob, I'll give you a chance to amend your statement about chasing on defense being hard. Is it easier when you know the team's got a pass if they're going to come back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you know they're going to be throwing the ball, yeah, at least in the defensive line, you don't have to do anything special. You just rush straight upfield.
Although Portage has not shown that much in this offensive possession. They're 2nd and 12 for the Warriors. This would be a good time to throw the ball. And Isaacson looking to pass, loops one out looking for Paul and overthrows him. That'll bring up 3rd and 12.
Paul had a little separation there between him and Jalen Ostrowski, but Ostrowski did a nice job and forced a pretty difficult pass for Isaacson. So far, Isaacson has not had enough time to even think about throwing the ball deeper than 10 yards downfield.
And had Paul caught that, Bob, his momentum would have carried him out of bounds well short of the first down. All right, Isaacson out of the shotgun, 3rd and 12, the ball on the 28-yard line. Isaacson looked like he wanted to pass there.
Well, I'm not sure if that was a pass play or if that was going to be a quarterback draw. Either way, he wasn't going to get the ball away.
Now a timeout called by the Silver Eagles with 1:29 to play. John List credited with the tackle for the loss. I'm liking John List. He's having a good season.
Yeah, he's a senior too, and I don't know. We didn't see him at all last year, did we?
I remember him from last year. I've got last year's stats. We could see if he made a tackle. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, we've got a timeout on the field. I'll take a second here and look for John List.
Yeah, absolutely. Monona Grove, a good call at the timeout here. They plenty of time if they get decent field position after the punt. And speaking of John List, as I said the last time that Portage punted, I think List, if he would have been rushing hard upfield, he probably would have got the block. Let's see if the Monona Grove coaches turn him loose on this one.
Yeah, Bob, I have to say I don't see a tackle for John List.
Last year, I don't know. It could be a couple of reasons. He could have taken a page out of the Schmuck book and not played in his junior year like I did.
Is that what it is, the Schmuck book?
The Schmuck book. Yeah. Or who knows? New student? I don't know.
All right, 4th and 12.
We don't know the List backstory.
All right, Thompson and Spalding will drop back to receive the Nolan Paul kick. 1:29 to play. A timeout by the Silver Eagles with a chance to put another score up on the Warriors. Nice snap back to Paul. That's a better kick than his first one. Taken by Jackson Thompson at the 41-yard line. Cuts it across the 50. 45 up the left side and out of bounds. Inside the 40-yard line for the Silver Eagles. Excellent field position with a minute 19 left.
And ample time to put the ball in the end zone again.
Silver Eagles have proven they can move the ball pretty quick from time to time.
So Thompson with about a 15-yard return there gives the Silver Eagles just what they needed here to try to score a touchdown before the end of the half. I'm sorry, Steve, I cut you off there. What were you going to say?
No, that's all right. I was going to comment on Thompson's nice return. The ball at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Ogden calling the signals. Thompson alongside him. Looked
a
right,
wide receiver screen.
Left. This is Ostrowski.
He could
inside
score.
The 30.
He's going to score.
There we go.
Jalen Ostrowski.
Jalen Ostrowski from 42 yards. His first touchdown of the season.
Oh, I love it. The fake swing pass to Jackson Thompson, the quick turn, and the wide receiver screen to Jalen Ostrowski. Jalen just had to thread his way downfield, which he did, and a 42-yard touchdown pass, the 4th touchdown pass of the half for Alec Ogden.
Wow. 41-7, the Silver Eagles up now. Horsemeyer's extra point pending. Gerlach the snapper, Thompson the holder. Horsemeyer's kick makes it a 42-7 lead.
And we like to see that 35-point differential, don't we, Steve?
Boy, we sure do. Wow.
If you've ever listened to one of our broadcasts before, we are all about the 35-point differential.
We're not paid by the hour, folks. All right, so Ogden touchdown passes to 3 different guys tonight? We got to get Jenks Wrecker in the end zone. He's having a good night catching the ball and no points to show for it.
I thought he caught the first one, 6-yard touchdown pass.
Oh, geez, you're right. What am I saying?
So
for gosh sakes.
4 different receivers have caught touchdown passes tonight.
And then Thompson's added 2 on the ground.
Yeah, it's been all Monona Grove offense. They've scored every time they've had the ball.
Well, Bob, we had some debate last week about who was player of the game between
yeah.
Gerlach and Ogden.
It's
tonight.
It's going to be worse.
In the first half, no, it's clearly Ogden in my book.
Yeah. No, that's true, it was Ogden in my book last week too. I mean, besides having the great game passing, he also rushed for over 100 yards and 2 scores.
That's true.
Was with apologies to Lucas Gerlach, who caught 10 balls last week. Alec Ogden, I thought, was the MVP.
Yeah, Ogden had close to 400 yards of total offense. All right, Horstmeyer's kick. Another nice kick will make the end zone, and the Warriors will take over their own 20 with 1:10 to play.
Let's see if Portage, they got all the timeouts left. I mean, they got nothing to lose here at 42-7. They got the ball. They might as well try to open up their offense a little bit, see if they can, catch a lucky break here and put some points on the board before half.
1:10, plenty of time to move the ball 80 yards.
Yeah, they got nothing to lose here. They're down by 35. It's
long,
unlikely they'll come back in the second half.
2 long passes by the Silver Eagles. Portage has had trouble with long plays last week. Now this is falling ahead to the 25-yard line.
Number 9.
Well, looks like it's going to go ahead and run out the clock.
We're under a minute to play in the half.
Who had that one, Steve?
That was Isaacson for 4 yards. Isaacson out of the shotgun. Give it again, rolling right side down the pitch back to Garrigan. Garrigan across the 30-yard line, first down, and down short of the 35. Out of bounds.
That's number 32, Ethan Boehner on the tackle. Number 11, Ian Henry came in first, but came with his arms by his side and wasn't able to make the hit. But Ethan Boehner ran a yard later.
Ball at the 34-yard line, 34 seconds and counting. Ticking away, we're down to 30 seconds. They're going to have to do something quick if they're going to start. They're going to need a couple plays probably. Now Isaacson in the other direction.
Oh,
nice
nice
pitch as he was being tackled. Shepard has the left corner, across the 50-yard line, and finally knocked out of bounds near the 4.
assume that take the preventive defense. They're safe.
High school.
Coordinator.
Okay. Quarterback. I think first one to do it.
Yeah, that was a coach.
Sure.
He didn't have. He just saw it. He's not.
A little bit about some of your teammates. Once I did a fight.
Mark Topper.
Topper season before.
Mark Topper. Yeah.
You're on one of those linemen out there helping you, right?
Yeah, he was one of the fastest guys in the field too.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Coach Toronto used to talk about that all the time.
As a tackle.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah.
What other skills you had? I mean, you had skills the other guys didn't have because you had the leaping ability like nobody else in the league. Who else?
Well, it's a couple guys. There's Mark Goff. Boy, he took a number at the game, 30 times a game. He just took the beating like you couldn't wear him down. And Stas had that skill set. You get him outside, and I'll see you later. Shuki, to everybody. I mean, there's just so many guys. Another tough guy.
I'm sure this happened to you a couple times when you line up at the line of scrimmage and you look at the kid across from you and think, this is going to be easy, or this is going to be a lot of fun. That ever happened to you?
All the time.
It's got to happen. They put single coverage out.
Yeah. Whenever that happens, you recognize everything.
Yeah, it was remarkable. Remarkable how successful the two of you were. And of all this, you scored the winning touchdown in the championship game too, if I remember right. Of all these, what's the personal highlight most proudest of?
The Fort Atkinson experience that we had. That was a tour of Montanan and as processing getting us a Reds game. For instance, we were tied, I think, we were close in the rankings. I think they were 5th and we were 1st. And we went there to play. And they just threw the whole at our running game because they knew the running was above average. And they did a good job stopping it. And that's when the coaching staff switched to a little passing. And that's what we got.
Final question here for you is,
Sure.
When you're on the field and you're watching that clock tick down in the championship game, I mean, first championship for the school, what kind of thought running through your head?
Just everything. Looking at everything. We win it. The coach's responsibility is to put the team in a position to win. They did that. Certainly did their job. So.
That's plenty. Got it. What? I don't hear my headphones.
Is that a band? Football generic?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Got it. Yep. Breeze really picked up here.
What the heck? That packed it?
Well, we can close this if you want to. All right.
Welcome back to Monona Grove High School, where the Silver Eagles enjoy a 42-7 halftime lead over the Portage Warriors. I'm Steve Martinelli with Bob Schmuck. And Bob, Alec Ogden had a near-perfect first half.
Well, you know, I don't know how many people know about this quarterback rating system, but it is really complex and really hackneyed, to be honest with you. But the best you can come up with for a game is 158.3, and that's what Alec Ogden has. And I suspect that if you could go higher than 158.3, he would have it. 15 for 17 in the first half, 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers, 247 yards passing in the first half alone.
Wow,
Steve.
this is exceptional even for Ogden, who had an honorable mention All-State season last year. And then you couple that with Jackson Thompson scoring 2 touchdowns on the ground.
And 72 yards rushing,
Yeah,
too.
their offense has really clicked tonight.
Yeah, they haven't missed a beat. They've scored a touchdown on every series. That's 6 touchdowns, 6 series. You can't do better than that offensively. Defensively, they've actually played pretty well. They've given very, very little quarter to Portage. Portage did most of their damage on their second series of the game, where they were able to convert a couple of fourth downs and turn those into points. But otherwise, the MG defense standing stout against these guys. So far, I see 83 yards passing by Portage and 95 yards rushing, so 178 yards total offense. That sounds like a lot for one half, but most of that was on the one drive.
Yeah, and they've stayed out of the end zone except for that one time. I have to admit, Bob, in that first quarter, Portage scored with 3:19 to play in the quarter. I thought we had us a real game, and then from that point on, it's been all Monona Grove on offense. They scored yet in that first quarter to make it 14-7. But then there's been 5 consecutive MG touchdowns with no response by Portage. And now the Silver Eagles get the ball to start the second half.
Oh, I know it. As you said, this could be a long night for Portage. It's already been a long night for Portage. I have no idea what the coaching staff is saying to the Warriors in the locker room. But we said the same thing last week. Monona Grove went to the locker room at halftime. I had 30-0 over Baraboo, and we said, well, I'm not sure what you say to players to get them to want to come out and play inspired football in the second half when you're down 30-0. But that's what Baraboo did. Baraboo came out. They did play inspired football.
They did.
And they played Monona to a draw in the second half. I had to hand it to them. I really didn't expect them to represent at all, and they proved me wrong. So good for the Thunderbirds. I'm hoping that we can see some of that from Portage. It's going to be really important to the Portage program to get that kind of attitude. It's going to be a rough go of it for this year and probably next year as far as the program goes under the new coach. But you got to start somewhere, and it starts with attitude. And if he can instill these guys to just come out and play the entire 48 minutes, no matter what the score is, the Portage football program will turn around.
Wait, we got to play 48 minutes of this? Oh, man, I got places to go.
Well, all right, don't worry. If Monona Grove hangs on to this 35-point lead, these 24 minutes will go in about 24 minutes.
Yes.
If you don't know this, folks, in high school football, in the second half, as soon as the point differential reaches 35, the clock never stops unless you specifically call a timeout. Otherwise, out-of-bounds plays, incomplete passes, change of possession, the clock just keeps running, and it is really fast. It is surprisingly fast how fast a half can go when the clock runs like that.
Well, Bob, we should let people know you're listening to MG Football on Radio, WVMO, Voice of Monona. You can get to us at mymonona.com. You can also link from there to Charter 9 or to YouTube, but you can also pick up the games on Charter 990 or AT&T Uverse Channel 99. Games are typically posted a day or two after Friday night. So you can watch not only the game, but that halftime interview with Kevin Zwart. Kevin, a fascinating man. Still a big guy, too.
Well, while we have a chance, I did want to just give a little bit of a shout-out to an old and longtime coworker of mine by the name of Dr. Doug Cogill. Doug was a longtime cardiothoracic surgeon at St. Mary's, and now just kind of works part-time. He's allegedly retired, but he's never officially retired. He only lives in Monona now part-time, but he came up to me today and said, "What station are you guys broadcasting on tonight? I want to listen to the game." I told him, and hopefully he's not at the hospital. Hopefully he's back in his place and is listening to the game. Just want to say hi, Doug. Good to see you today.
Well, the teams are warming up. We've got just a little bit to go before the start of the second half. Let's see. We mentioned WVMO. What else did we forget to mention?
Did we talk about where you can find it on television?
Oh, yeah, we mentioned that. I know what I was going to say. Next week, the Silver Eagles are on the road against the Oregon Panthers, and it'll be history in the making as WVMO broadcasts their first ever road game for the Silver Eagles. Bob, unfortunately, you're going to miss that one.
I am not going to be there, but it sounds like you have a stalwart replacement for me.
It's Cookie Rojas, formerly of the Kansas City Royals. No, not really.
More Freddie Patek than
Freddie Patek.
Cookie Rojas.
Good buddy of ours, Johnny Fowler, will be filling in for Bob, doing his best. It won't quite be the same, but Fowler is a little different from everybody.
I think people enjoy listening to John. John's got a pretty good sense of humor. Sometimes he's kind of quiet about his jokes, sometimes not so much.
That's right. And if John does a good job, I promise we're going to bring him back for the the Stoughton game, too.
And if he doesn't?
We'll bring him back for the Stoughton game, too.
To get better.
Oh.
Yeah.
To get better.
That's right.
It.
To improve the product. That's what we're going for here. Because that's what this is. We are a commodity, ladies and gentlemen. And it's you, the listener, that helps us improve.
If they had to vote, do you think we'd still be doing this after 22 years?
Have we improved?
Heck, your dad would have voted us down.
Well, what can I say?
All right, we've got just a little bit of time left before the second half. Did Alec Ogden carry the ball in the first half?
Yeah, one carry, 10 yards.
Okay, he did have one called back, a nice run where he rolled to his right, pulled it down,
called back
tucked
by
it
a
in,
penalty. Yeah.
Called back by a penalty. That's one area where the Silver Eagles really need to tighten things up.
So that Oregon game next week, Oregon won their first game against the Forest last week. Who are they matched up with this week? Do you remember, Steve?
Oh, I looked and I don't recall.
And you plumb forgot now, huh?
I plumb forgot. I don't have the conference schedule in front of me, but it was another tough game. The Badger North is a pretty good conference this year, with the exception of Baraboo and Portage, I'd say.
And probably Sauk.
Well, that's true.
If Portage is going to win a game this year, they're going to win against Baraboo and Sauk. I don't know what Beaver Dam brings to the table. They got smoked pretty good by Watertown last week. Another new addition to the Badger Conference, and in a game I'm really looking forward to seeing. Watertown's offense is just scores points like crazy, and they run the spread just like Monona Grove does. There's going to be a lot of up and down the field action when we get to week 9.
Remember, we had 3 games last week where both teams scored into the 40s and one in the 50s. That's a lot of offense, and we've grown accustomed to that over the last year and a little more, seeing that kind of offensive production out of our Silver Eagles.
And the Oregon game last year was the turning point for Monona Grove. Monona Grove kind of scuffling along the first part of the season. They're 2 wins, 2 losses, and we're down at halftime to Oregon. I believe it was 21-14. 21-14 at halftime, and Monona Grove's defense came out and shut down the Oregon Panthers offense. They did not allow a score in the second half, and Monona scored a touchdown each in third and fourth quarter, and both by Taylor Duncan.
Yes, sir.
Spelling an injured Jackson Thompson in that game, and he came out and rushed for, I think, about 50 yards in that game and 2 touchdowns, and the last one sealed the deal for Monona Grove.
Mitch Kelsey scoring 2 touchdowns in that game on pass receptions from who else? Ogden.
Yeah, that was a big win, because that turned to 3-2, and then the next thing you know, Monona Grove ripped off another 7 victories in a row after that, for a total of 8 in a row. Before finally succumbing to Brookfield East in the Division II championship game.
Yeah, the game after the Oregon game, they beat Stoughton 34-20. Then was the 57-56 overtime victory against Fort Atkinson.
Great game, and it's on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I got to tell you, It is a fun game to watch. Really fun.
The week after that, we beat Edgewood 42-41 when Edgewood missed a 2-point conversion. Silver Eagles then scored 42 points against DeForest the week after that, rolling into the playoffs. That was a team that could put up some points.
Remember they averaged after the Oregon game. Monona averaged 40 points a game after that. Before the Oregon game, they were averaging 22. So it really was a turning point in the Monona Grove season.
Jenks Recker and Spalding back to return the kick for the Silver Eagles.
Kicking out for Portage is number 2.
Number 2, Brett Walker, a 5'10", 165-pound sophomore, teeing it up for the Warriors. They go from left to right. Silver Eagles ready to go. A 42-7 lead. Walker just a little pooch kick, taken at the 31-yard line. Who is that, Bob?
That is number 25. That is Shane Duncan. I don't think we called Shane Duncan's name in the first game, and I bet you I've called it 4 times here tonight.
Shane Duncan.
That's right.
Marsha. Duncan across the 40-yard line. This should be great field position. Yeah, almost the 41-yard line. Nice starting position to start the second half.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the pooch kick idea was all about, especially they do not want to give Monona Grove this kind of field position, and they've done it all game.
Ostrowski wide out to the near side. Can't make out who that is to the far side. Hand off to Thompson right up the middle, and Thompson across the 45 and down to the 47-yard line.
Jordan Bishop playing quarterback now. Alec Ogden, his night is over.
Really, I didn't even notice that. Bishop got a couple of snaps last season. Yeah, Ogden's on the sideline holding up the card with the plays on it.
Yeah, Jordan Bishop only threw 1 pass last year.
And wasn't it intercepted?
I don't think that's right.
Thompson again has the first down inside the 40, some running room inside the 35, still on his feet inside the 30-yard line. Thompson with a burst of speed and showing some great strength to get inside the 30-yard line. That was close to a 20-some-yard run.
It's more than that. 24-yard run.
First and 10 for the Silver Eagles down to the 27-yard line of Portage.
And if my numbers are correct, that puts him over 100 yards.
Easy to quarterback when you got a kid like that. Now Thompson throws it out to Jenks Recker on the right side. Close to the first down. That same play, Jenks Recker has caught, 10 passes now?
That's his 9th catch, 8 in the first half by Jenks Recker, after he only caught 1 pass last week.
Now he's got to come all the way across the field because he split out this side. 2nd and 3 for the Silver Eagles. Bishop completing his first pass of the season. The handoff to Thompson. Again, Thompson gets inside the 10-yard line. Boy, he's running with a vengeance. Yeah, Ogden on the sideline signaling the plays into Bishop. First and goal from the 9. Bishop to give to Thompson into the line. Fighting. He might have got a yard or two, but not much.
Jordan Bishop, the heir apparent to the quarterback job here at Monona Grove. Good to get him on the field, get him some reps.
Yeah, this is just the type of game when you want to do that too. Let him get his feet wet a little bit. Especially when Thompson's running so well, he can just hand off most of the time. There he gives it to Thompson again. Thompson bouncing outside to the right side. There's a flag.
I think we're going to get a hold. I think they're going to call that on number 74, Max Hengst.
The running clock, of course, we're already down to 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
Thumbs up.
Penalty will go against the Silver Eagles, so we'll bring it back a little bit.
Under normal circumstances, the clock would stop for this penalty, but not with a 35-point lead in the second half. Yay.
So let's see what sort of a spot we get. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 19-yard line. Under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. 42-7. The Silver Eagles threatening again. Bishop on 2nd and long. Bishop looking to throw, a little slant pass. It's incomplete.
Bishop is a southpaw, Steve.
I saw that, and he's going to the right side. Couldn't complete that one. Only the 3rd incomplete pass of the night for the Silver Eagles.
Pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage, so a 3rd and long here for
He's
Monona.
Got Ostrowski and Jenks Recker split out to this side. The far side, I think it's Gary Larson on the far side. Bishop to Ostrowski over the middle. Ostrowski might score. Down inside the 5, and the ball is loose.
Nope.
Ostrowski celebrating. What's the call here?
They're going to call a fumble and a touchback.
Portage ball on the 20-yard line.
No, they're going to say that Ostrowski went down, fumbled the ball into the end zone, was recovered by Portage, and the ball will go to the 20, and it will belong to the Warriors.
Tough break for the Silver Eagles there as Jalen Ostrowski, a chance for his second score of the night, loses it in the end zone and recovered by the Warriors, where they'll get it back 1st and 10 from their own 20, 7 minutes to play in the third quarter.
First turnover of the game for Monona, 3rd on the season.
Isaacson getting the play from the sideline, out of the shotgun. Garrigan in motion. Isaacson giving to Sankey, the running back. Sankey across the 25-yard line.
Tackled by Ian Henry.
Well, that's the first time the Monona Grove offense did not score in this game, and they were very close.
2nd and 4 for the Warriors. They're on the 26-yard line. Isaacson calling the signals. Kept it himself.
Not this time.
Didn't gain a thing. Not a gosh darn thing.
Trevor Wonderland, Sam Gronsky all in on that. Ethan Boehner.
3rd and 6 for the Panthers. 3rd and 4, excuse me.
The Silver Eagle defense.
Actually lost about a half a yard on that one. Ball just over the 25-yard line. Number 5 split out this way. That's Brandon Hall. 2 guys in motion. I don't think you're allowed to do that. Both Garrigan and Shepard took off at the same time and crossed paths behind the quarterback.
Like I said, the triple option can be confusing.
That running clock is sweet, Bob. We're down to 5:40 in the third quarter already. MG's going to get about 6 plays off in the rest of the game if we're lucky.
Well, that's only the second penalty on Portage tonight. The first one you remember was a big roughing the passer penalty that gave Monona Grove a first down.
That's right. It was one of the rare incomplete passes. Shepard in motion again this time. This is the running back.
I think that was Garrigan coming through the middle there.
Yep, you're right. Garrigan cutting it inside, and it's going to bring up 4th and long. So the Warriors will punt. Spalding will drop back for the Silver Eagles.
Costly penalty for Portage. If they were going to have any chance of getting back in this game, they had to score on that series. With this running clock, they're just not going to have a lot of time.
Paul ready to kick it, standing just inside his 10-yard line. Spalding back at the 43 of Monona Grove. Silver Eagles should get decent field position. The breeze is picked up here in the second half.
That's a pretty good kick.
Not a bad kick. Spalding will take it at the 43, across the 50, 45. Bounces out to the right side and brought down close to the 40-yard line of Portage. Nice return. I call that about 17, 18 yards. Silver Eagles have had decent punt returns tonight.
And they've had incredible field position tonight, Steve. I'm not certain that they have started any of their series on the other side of their own 40-yard line.
You might be right.
I cannot remember a series where they started inside their own 40.
Well, Bob, thanks to YouTube, we can watch this game in a day or two and
and
verify that fact.
And find out if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah. You know, and if you're wrong, I'm going to call you and tell you.
Yes, I know you will.
All right. Is that Jordan Bishop out there again, Bob? Come on. Bishop, a 6'1", 190-pound junior. Give it to Thompson, who bounce out to the left side.
Nice
Jackson
block.
has some running room inside the 30-yard line.
Let me see if I can figure out who laid that block down, because that was great. That was Jordan Jenks' record, who just pancaked his man and freed Thompson up for a big gain.
Thompson inside the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 24, 1st and 10 MG. 3:25 to play in the third quarter.
Oh, but there's a flag down, Steve.
Oh, man.
God,
In the defensive backfield, but this is going to go against the Silver Eagles.
It was an offensive backfield.
Oh, you're right. You're right. They're in that area.
Is it another hold?
Darn it. Come on, guys. We don't need to hold against these boys.
Wow. That was a big run. That was about a 25-yard run for Jackson Thompson, who's over 100 yards tonight.
Isaac Stinson in at wide receiver, Bob. 6'2" junior.
Oh, they called a personal foul on that one.
March it back into MG territory just over the 50-yard line.
7th penalty of the game for Monona. That is way too many.
Bishop calling the signals. Hand off to Thompson. No, that's not Thompson. I think
Might
that's
be Boehner. Let me take a look.
Might be Duncan.
Yeah, it is Taylor Duncan, number 20.
We were just talking about how he was the hero of the Oregon game last year.
No gain on that play.
2nd and 20 for the Silver Eagles. We've got Duncan split out wide to this side alongside someone. No, that's not Duncan. I take it back. Duncan. Nope, Bishop's going to keep the handoff this side. Trying to go left side, gets across the 50, and forced out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, it's good penetration there on the part of Portage's number 31. That is Dylan Casey, but a nice move by Jordan Bishop allowed him to get by him, get to the outside, and pick up about 3.
It's Tyler Duncan in the background, Bob, and Shane Duncan was split out to the near side. That's why I was confused. Too many Duncans out there. Duncan goes the other side.
It almost sounds like a kid's book. Too many Duncans.
Too many Duncans.
Yeah.
All right, who's this on the near side here? 27. Tage Santiago. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the first name. Relatively confident in the Santiago. Duncan right up the middle, has 4 yards.
Duncan on the carry. Tackle ball.
That'll bring up 3rd and 11. Minute 40 to play in the 3rd quarter, Bob. Just percolating along here. Santiago splits out to the far side with another Silver Eagle. Taylor Duncan in the backfield alongside backup quarterback Jordan Bishop. Bishop changing the play. Minute 15 to play in the quarter. Swings it out. Shane Duncan across the 40-yard line and down near the 35. It'll bring up 4th and short. Under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter.
Number 25, Shane Duncan on reception.
Is that Duncan's first catch of the season?
Yes.
They'll bring up 4th down.
4th down. Silver Eagles will go for it. 4th and 7, not as short as I had thought. Bishop calling the signals. Still is Taylor Duncan in the backfield alongside of him. Double wideouts to the near side. Now Bishop will call the signals. Looking to throw, the lefty looking down over the middle.
Yeah, he's wide open there. That's Santiago.
Wide open.
He might score.
Into the end zone. Yep. Touchdown from 37 yards out. Yeah. Jordan Bishop's first high school touchdown pass. First catch for Tage Santiago. With 1 second left in the 3rd quarter, Bob.
30. Well, now no seconds because that clock keeps running.
Oh, that's right.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. But the Monona Grove will get the extra point kick here.
Boy, the wind has really picked up. It's coming right in our faces here. I'm not complaining.
It sounds like you're complaining.
Well, it usually does with me, but this time was normal conversation. All right.
Santiago started split wide on the left side of the offensive alignment, and then just ran a post pattern completely across the field. Fortunately, Bishop had enough time and then enough scrambling ability to get to stay upright. Got the pass to the open Santiago, who scored.
Horstmeyer's kick. And we got us a 49-7 lead.
Let's do 49-point performances in a row, Steve.
That's right.
Oh, they put some time back on the clock.
6 seconds back on the clock.
Not sure why that is. I thought the clock just kept running.
Well, scores must stop it. I don't know. I got no answer here. What, do I look like a rule book?
No, I know that. I know you're not one of those.
49-7.
You don't play by the rules, Steve. I've known you for many years.
I'm a rebel, Bob.
You are. You are. Non-compliant, the whole schmear.
Just watch me next week in Oregon.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what's going to happen. The mob is going to storm the box. They're going to take you out with pitchforks and torches.
I hope Fowler's listening to this and learn how to do a game professionally.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he's sitting right by the radio right now.
He did ask me what station we're on. I don't know if that's to warn his friends or if he intends to listen tonight, to get practice. He's probably taking notes.
Well, remember,
there's a lot to learn.
Remember, John, you want to personalize it a little bit. Talk about the Roy Howell Hiking Club, and
that's right.
Some of the other things going on in your life. People want to know and care about you, John.
All right, Garrigan and Shepard back to return. Horsemeyer ready to kick. Horsemeyer is really kicking the ball well tonight. He's had 7 extra points and hitting it well on kickoffs.
He's going to be hitting it into the wind here, so let's see what happens.
Gets the signal. We're ready to go. Line drive kick, kind of a knuckleball, picked up at the 5 by Shepard. Shepard across the 15, 20. Stopped short of the 25-yard line. Yeah, he was stood up. He was leaning forward, and they stood him straight up.
That was number 51, Garrett Hansen, that stood him up.
And that ends the third quarter, Bob.
And that's the end of the quarter number 3. It is your score.
It was number 51, Garrett Hansen, just a sophomore. So I'm sure he is pretty fired up about making a varsity tackle.
Hansen, a nice-sized kid, 5'10", 198. Listed as an offensive lineman and linebacker. He made a nice play there.
Yeah, he's probably got a little growing to do yet, too. Good for him.
All right, so the Warriors with a chance to get a little back here and try and save face. They trail it 49-7 of the Silver Eagles. 6 different Silver Eagles scoring touchdowns tonight, Bob.
Yeah, it's been very, very, very good offensive performance. The only series that Monona Grove has not scored a touchdown was Jalen Ostrowski fumble at the 1-yard line. So very close to being perfect offensively tonight. Only downside I can see for the whole game on both sides of the football are the penalties. Just seven penalties tonight for Monona Grove.
Yeah,
they're going to have to pare that back quite a bit.
That's a little disturbing. If you're gonna go deep into the championship playoff rounds, you can't have nights like that. All right, I think that's Erickson with the ball still on the field.
Let's take a look. Yeah,
yep, that is Isaacson.
Yep.
Erickson.
Eric Isaacson.
Isaac Erickson.
Yeah, that's right. Could go either way on that one.
Out to the 29-yard line.
Yump in Unity. It's Eric Isaacson.
For Isaacson.
Yeah, that name sounds kind of Nordic, doesn't it?
2nd and 6, yeah. Garrigan in motion.
No.
The pitch to Garrigan. He got that away. Now he got a flag in the backfield.
I wonder if we're going to get a face mask or something.
Close to a first down, maybe a yard or two short.
Personal foul on the play, face mask, and I believe, let's see if I can figure out who that was on. I think that was on number 54. That would be Camden Sisler.
Oh, don't call him out. He's trying hard.
He was trying hard, and he almost made the play.
So they tack some yards on to that run by Garrigan.
Nice job by Isaacson to get that pitch away because Sisler had him.
The ball all the way out to the 50-yard line.
Turns out he had him by the face mask.
Yeah, that's an easy handle. All the way out to the 50-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Now it's a matter of pride for both teams. Silver Eagles wanting to keep them off the scoreboard here in the second half. A jump.
No, offside on Monona Grove there on the far side.
When Shepard went in motion, the guy on the far side jumped. Now we got 62, Tyler Hanks coming in for MG, 6 foot, 230-pound junior. And number 75 coming out, Kendall Renard. Another junior. A lot of kids getting experience tonight. 10-20 to play and counting. Silver Eagles up 49-7. I want a turnover. I want a pick or a fumble recovery run back. Isaacson will give it to the up back. I don't know if this is Skolke or Sankey.
I just want the reserves to play, decent, disciplined, fundamental football because you can get a little crazy out there as a reserve. You remember in basketball when the reserves would come in, they'd just be firing up threes because they just want to do anything to get their name in the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And that can happen a little bit in football, too.
Guy would get a rebound, dribble down, and shoot the three.
Yeah.
Somebody else would get that rebound, dribble down, and shoot the three. Shepard in motion.
Yeah.
Isaacson being chased.
There's Camden Sisler again. He is getting great penetration.
Coming up with the tackle for a loss, and Isaacson's limping. Looks like he got his ankle twisted on
Yeah,
that
he
one.
probably did, and that's bad. You do not want to lose your starting quarterback in the fourth quarter of a 49-7 ball game.
You have a meaningless game. We got a timeout called now. Good spot on that play. They put it at the 46-yard line of Portage. He was brought down about 3 or 4 yards back behind that. 9:24 to play in this one, a 49-7 game here on WVMO, the voice of Monona, 98.7 FM. Voted by the Isthmus Readers the third best radio station in the Madison area.
What, third?
After Wart and Wisconsin Public Radio.
Oh, man, that's hard to beat those two.
That's hard to stomach, I know.
Hard to beat those two.
I did vote in that.
They have a stronger signal.
Yeah, I don't usually vote in the Isthmus poll, but when I saw that WVMO was nominated, I had to vote. And apparently, it was not enough. Did you vote? Because we lost by 1.
Did we? So votes do count, huh?
Yes, they do.
Didn't we find that out last year?
Radio lives matter.
As they say, elections have consequences.
Yeah, that's right.
Never more true than here in 2017.
9:24 to play. The Silver Eagles looking to preserve this 42-point spread. You'd like to shut them out in one of the halves. Remember, it was tied 7-7 in the first quarter, and Portage looked pretty tough, but the Silver Eagles have kept them out of the end zone since then. There's Garrigan in motion, the handoff to the running back. He plows into the line, but will be short of the first down, and it'll bring up 4th.
All right, so the new quarterback for Portage is Brett Walker. He's a 5'10 sophomore.
That was number 20 with the carry, Dylan Golke.
Yeah.
So 4th and 1, Portage will go for it. Who is this guy? Number 2, Brett Walker. He's doing their kicking as well.
Well, I hope that Eric Isaacson is not seriously hurt, because it would sure be a shame to see his season cut short in a game at this point anyway.
Golke straight ahead has the first down and a couple more. Yeah, this supports your point that in blowouts you got to get your starters out of there, especially someone at a key position like quarterback in a triple option offense.
Yeah, it's one of those things that can happen. Oh, yes, and number 50, Benny Fluke, who's got an awesome name, by the way, has just entered the game.
Walker throwing it down the right side.
And it's caught, I believe.
Was that Paul again? Yes, it was.
Yep. If they could somehow get Nolan Paul more involved in their offense, he would be a force. Tall guy, good jumping ability, good speed,
great
nice
hands.
Moves. Yeah, he's got. If he played with a guy like Alec Ogden,
oh my gosh, imagine
he might catch 100 balls a year.
You know who he makes me think of? A little bigger version of Zach Zweifel. That same sort of athletic ability and good hands. The handoff to Golke again. Golke inside the 5. Now they're saying a fumble. Silver Eagles are waving their arms.
After the game, let's see. Or after the play, let's see what happens.
Fumble on the play, but they're saying recovered by the Warriors. The ball placed at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. 7.5 minutes to play. See if the defense can stiffen up here.
Ooh,
I couldn't
hit
see
hard,
him.
but he's in for the touchdown. I don't know who was carrying it. It's hard to see from
I think they
this
said,
far away.
I think they said Golke got it.
Golke got one last week, too. So the pass play, the difference there. Nice job by Brett Walker throwing that ball to Nolan Paul for a big gain. Got it inside the 5, and the running game did the rest.
Golke with his 2nd score of the night.
If they miss the extra point, this is the same score that Monona Grove beat them by the last time they played.
That's right, 49-13. Walker, after
moved.
After leading the offense, will attempt the extra point.
Yeah, the number 20, he's been playing.
Taylor Duncan.
No.
Oh, on their side.
Yeah.
Golke.
Dylan Golke moved on the play, and that's going to push him back 5 yards.
I thought you were talking about Monona.
I know who Taylor Duncan is, and I know his number, so just stop it.
I've got your number, mister. All right, Walker will tee it up this time from the 15-yard line. 7:03 to play. Good snap, good hold, and the kick barely getting over. 49-14. So Walker looking pretty good at the short stint at quarterback. Also kicks the extra point. So 7:03 to play in the game. The Silver Eagles up 49-14.
More importantly, Monona Grove maintains its 35-point cushion.
This one will be done in about 7 minutes.
Let's hope.
0.
Well, I'll be interested to see, if Monona Grove ends up giving the ball back to Portage, if Portage is going to run their reserves out. I think at this point you have to. I kind of understand why Coach Hepp was keeping his starters in. They're still learning their offense, and you want to build a little confidence, even if you're scoring against the reserves from the other team. Points do matter when you're struggling to get them in the first place. So. But at this point, if Portage gets the ball back, they really should be running their reserves out. And frankly, on defense, they should be doing it too.
Cheng Schrecker and Spalding back to return it for the Silver Eagles. Walker ready to kick for the Warriors. Bob, we talked about Alec Ogden and his stats tonight, how remarkable they were playing just the first half. What have you got Thompson for?
Yeah, let's see.
There's a short kick. The return across the 50-yard line. I didn't see who that was, but a nice run back.
If you're going to kick it short, you might as well just kick it on the ground.
Taylor Duncan, I think, might have got
No, that was Shane Duncan.
Oh, Shane Duncan.
Yep.
Wrong Duncan.
Oh, yeah, it's those Duncan boys again.
To the Portage 49-yard line, 1st and 10 MG.
Well, I got Thompson for 15 carries and 117 yards tonight. Of course, my stat keeping is unofficial, but I'm sure he has over 100 yards.
He had a nice night. He really ran the ball hard, having those 2 touchdowns.
Yep. Gives him 4 on the year. He had 13 rushing touchdowns last year.
Bishop and Duncan in the backfield still. I think that's Bishop. Nope. 19. We got another quarterback in there. That's Taylor Duncan. No, 19's not on the roster.
He's not on the roster. Well, that stinks.
It's Calhoun.
Well, that stinks. Let's
Taylor,
get him on the roster.
Taylor Duncan. Hey, somebody get those kids out of here.
Get these little kids out of here.
Jeez, it's not a daycare up here, I'm pretty certain. Bob, is this a daycare? It's not a daycare.
Easy, big
Get
fella.
those kids off my lawn.
Somebody think of the children.
All right, number 19 at quarterback. Hopefully this is our JV quarterback. The handoff to Duncan. Hit at the 45-yard line and pushed back. No, that's 29 running the ball. Noah
Kampuni.
Kampui.
There's it. Kampui.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry about that. Like I said, folks, get us the correct pronunciations. We would appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so will the kids.
Send it to the radio station. Find us on Facebook. We're happy to get this correct if we can. Hunter Myers in there, a wide receiver, alongside Isaac Stinson.
All reserves in now. A lot of fun, especially for the younger kids who practice all week and finally get a chance to see the field.
Noah gets the handoff. Gets still pushing, close to the first down. Nice job staying on his feet there. He's listed at 5'11", 167 pounds, a junior. All right, first down for the Silver. No, fourth and one.
4th and 1.
The handoff. Kamfui again should have enough for the first down there. Into the pile. 4.5 minutes to play, Bob. This fourth quarter is just moving right along.
Yay. And thankfully, they got the first down.
Keeps things moving. Expect the Silver Eagles to just keep running the ball. They've split out 3 wide receivers, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. But I think
Hunter Myers.
that's mostly just as decoys.
Hunter Myers and Isaac Stinson out this way.
The handoff.
I think that's Kampui again. Yep.
Inside the 35-yard line. No, short of the 35. Call it the 36-yard line.
Just a short gain of about 1.
All right, number 25 in. Shane Duncan at running back now.
Yep. Kampui did his job. He's come out.
3 wide receivers to this side.
Yep, sure looks like it.
And 45, the tight end, Dante McConnelly to the other side. McConnelly, 6'3", 195, nice-sized kid, just a junior. The handoff to Duncan. Duncan crossed the 35, got maybe a yard beyond that. Call it a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7 for the Silver Eagles. 3rd and 7, excuse me. 3:10 to play.
Well, hopefully in a couple of weeks when we're back here for the Edgewood game, we'll have our quarterback number 19 on the roster, please, so we can get his name out there. We apologize, but he's not on the roster, so we don't know who he is. We'd love to tell you his name.
That game against Edgewood will mark the return of Mike Stassi to Monona Grove High School. I won't tell you why, because they're competitors of ours, though.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Mike doing radio now for WTSO.
The Big 1070.
Yeah, does the game of the week. Took the place of longtime color announcer Nobby Kelleher.
And you've got a special connection to Nobby, don't you, Bob?
Oh, I do. My best gal, her uncle is Nobby Kelleher.
First down for the Silver
I'd
Eagles.
like to say hi to my best gal, Nancy Graham. She was watching on YouTube tonight.
Hey, Nancy Pants. Bob's a Nancy boy.
He is, through and through.
All right, first down for the Silver Eagles. Number 19 still at the helm. Gotten some good experience here. The handoff into the line inside the 25-yard line. We're down to 2 minutes to play.
The ball perfectly placed behind the light pole for me, so I really can't see what's going on.
It was just a handoff to Duncan. Shane Duncan. Duncan's getting a lot of carries tonight. The Duncan boys.
Duncan? Shane Duncan?
All right, Silver Eagles taking their time on offense. We're down to about a minute and a half here. Unless something surprising happens, the Silver Eagles will win this one 49-14.
Surprising?
Well, no, I mean, in case there's another score.
God.
I'm talking about the Silver Eagles scoring again. I don't anticipate Portage making any sort of comeback here.
Comeback.
Minute 20 to play, down by...
The earth would have to split open and swallow both teams for them to have a chance to come back and win this game.
And we're down to a minute 10. Silver Eagles just handing the ball off to some guy named Duncan, running him into the line. The handoff to Duncan. No, quarterback 19 taking it around the left end.
He's going to score.
Inside.
He's going to score.
And a touchdown.
I wish I could tell you who he was.
Our third string quarterback has just run it in, put the Silver Eagles over 50 for the first time this season. And we don't know who it is. I think it's Calhoun, Bob. Oh, I feel bad we can't give this kid his due.
No kidding.
32 seconds left. He really took off like a rabbit. Got around the corner.
Good for him, and congratulations. It's very exciting.
Wait, they may be saying he stepped out of
bounds.
bounds.
They said he did. Oh, too bad.
Run that play again.
He's
just going to kneel down, so that'll do it.
Yep. Well, we thought he went in, but I thought they signaled touchdown, but
I thought
he
so
ran
too.
out of bounds.
So the Silver Eagles with an easy victory. Tomczyk.
Oh, which one?
Number 19.
First name.
Carter Tomczyk.
Carter Tomczyk.
With a nice run there.
Yep.
Fell short of the end
19,
zone.
Good for him.
Silver Eagles winning easily 49-14 on the strength of 5 touchdown passes by Alec Ogden. Ogden continuing his winning ways. And again, leading the Silver Eagles to their second victory of the season. Remember, next week we'll be broadcasting from Oregon, so it'll be radio only on WVMO, the voice of Monona, 98.7. You can listen to mymonona.com. Bob, it's been a treat.
It has
We'll
been.
see you in a couple weeks.
Terrific game by the Monona Grove offense, and the defense came out, played a lot better this week. Next week, a little bit stiffer competition on the road against Oregon.
Silver Eagles winning again tonight, 49-14. Thank you so much for watching. Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck. This is MG Football. Another win in the books.
Another big win.
That's right. Is it Edgewood? Yeah, I guess Edgewood or Oregon, I think.
Oregon's next.
At Oregon.
Edgewood at home. 2 weeks.
That ought to be good.
No. It's going to be at the high school.
I'm going to go home and listen to that whole interview with Swart. See how that turned out.
Yeah. I want to have dinner.
I imagine you're hungry.
It's in there. It's the second one.
Sustenance.
Yeah, I imagine it does.
I can bring it over to radio station. I'm not going to stop it from you want to play around with it.
I could probably just swing by. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll swing by on my way out of town. Okay, that sounds good. I will. I'll shoot you a text tonight if I end up swinging by the station. Okay. Yep. Yep. Sounds good. All right. Thanks, Tom.
So we're still on for Monday at 4. So we want to do what? Promo for the Oregon game, for the entry game. I'll try to write something up. If I get time. I know I'm going to be working. I know.
So we're doing sitting around waiting.
I'll be working everything there. All right, well,
Okay.
see you
Have a
next
good rest of
see
the
you on
weekend.
Monday.
That sounds good.
Bells.
See you then.
Good work tonight, fellas.
Good show, guys. Look really good.
Good job, you guys.
We're working on the replay, but we'll get smooth as we go.